Got the good brother on the line right now, man. Just had a battle drop, KOTD versus Yak the Ripper. Y'all go ahead and check that out, man. Show some love to the family right here. We got Ron Compton on the line. Yo, Ron, what's going on with you, fam?
What's going on, fam? I'm just actually lounging for a change, man.
What's good, man?
I heard that.
Yeah.
So, man, first of all, man, I want to, tell you I appreciate you, coming on, man, showing some love, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, I'll try, bro. I appreciate y'all reaching out, you know what I mean?
Most definitely. So, like I said, you had your battle with Yak that just dropped, I think, a few weeks ago, man. How you feel about the battle?
I feel like we put on a classic, much love, and, all that to Yak for coming and putting on a great battle with me. I feel like, in my honest opinion, my recap, I feel like I outbarred the bro. I feel like he outperformed me. You feel me? So I can't be mad at nobody giving it to Yak. Of course, me personally, I feel like I took it, but like I say, he came and he showed his ass, you know what I mean? And he was barring up too, you know what I mean? I feel like it's a dope battle with a lot of replay value.
Okay.
Yeah,
I definitely
was
enjoyed seeing that battle.
Yeah, I seen that battle, man, and I like both of y'all, man. Y'all both put it on for the West Coast, man. That was a pretty dope battle. I think I gave you 2-1 on that battle, man. I didn't know how to call that first one because Yak came out mad aggressive. He had a lot of Cali bars in there. He had a lot of crowd reaction on that one, especially that one he said about splitting Compton down the middle or some shit like that.
Yeah, run a blade down through Compton like Wilmington Ave or something like that. That shit was fire.
Yeah, that shit was dope right there. But I think you held your composure, man.
Yeah, but I liked about Yak in that battle. He didn't use the typical name flips that everybody used, you know what I mean? Like, so I had to give him that. He was very creative with the content flips and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that whole event, man, I was so happy to see that, man, because they had, all of our West Coast battlers on there, and y'all all showed out, man, for real. Like, that was a really dope look for the West. Like,
hey, Nico, does he sound like he's breaking up over there on your end?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like I can barely find better service. Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit, man.
Let me try to move around and get some better service.
It's choppy.
Oh yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, it sounds. Capo sound cool.
Talk again.
Test.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit better.
All right, well, y'all keep me posted on that, man. Nigga working with this free network, so y'all let me know if it started getting fucked up again.
Yeah, no doubt. But I've been watching, your battles for a minute now, like a while, man. I've been noticing, the smooth progression as well within your battles. And so when I seen you on this last KOTD card, for one, it was a great look because it's obviously a big name league, but it just shows, that process and all that work that you put in to get there. So, I want to salute you for that, man, because that was a great look for us out here on the West Coast, man.
Yo, much appreciated.
Yeah, so for the other battles that was on that,
I try to
Oh no, go ahead.
Say, you know what I mean? That's my goal. Like, I battle, you know what I mean, the bros and, these formidable opponents and all that, but at the main center of everything, I'm battling my last performance and trying to 3-0 that last round that y'all have seen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so with the other battles that you've seen on that card from, the other West Coast battlers, how were you calling the battles? Like the Geechee versus Sang.
Okay, so All right, so the Geechee versus Saint, I feel like we all know Geechee took that pretty clear, but I was very proud of the boy Saint. To me, that was the best Saint I had ever seen. So if he would have stood in front of anybody else besides Geechee that day, I feel like they would have had a long night, you know what I mean? I feel like Geechee got that clear. I don't remember if I gave it to him 2-1 or 3-0, but Saint definitely did his thing. If y'all familiar with Saint, y'all know, he had some preparation issues and some memory issues leading up to that battle. And he came and showed that he can stand in the ring in front of a beast the last 3 rounds. So I was very proud of Saint with that. Who else was on that card? I feel like Cortez took bad angles with B-Dot. Or not necessarily bad angles, but he spent too much time and didn't arrange his material well enough. So his shit kind of got redundant. I gave that to B-Dot clear. Who else was on that card, man? Who else was on that card? Y'all remember who else was on that card?
Let's see here. Well, I know one battle that didn't actually get to happen because I think he had to leave sick. I think that was the.
Okay, so let me get some insight on that. Because I have a week to go. But for those that have never been to a Buster event, you have to prepare. It's like going on a hike. You know what I mean? You got to be well hydrated. You got to make sure you step out and get you some air because it's a warehouse type of venue. You know what I mean? So once them bodies get in there and the bars get to flying, it gets very hot in there. You feel me? Like, I was actually feeling the same way that Dre was feeling during when he was about to start his battle. So I peel up out my jacket, you feel me? Like, let me make sure I stay cool and all that because it's getting hot in here. Nigga, you know what I mean? I ain't really hydrate all the way like that. So for those of y'all that's murmuring and whispering and shit, it wasn't no nerves or none of that. It was a legitimate, you feel me, dehydration, heat issue. You know what I mean? And it's sad that didn't get to go down because that would have been a dope battle. Making that first round, you know what I mean? He had some shit. I know Jay had some shit too. I sparred with him, so that would have been a classic. Hopefully somebody can put that back together someday, you know what I mean? We actually get to see that go down.
Yeah, for me, I didn't think that was about his nerves, man. I watched Dre Dennis, and he's composed. He's one of the composed battlers on the West Coast. So I didn't think there was no something about his having being prepared and shit. So
yeah, I think a lot of times too.
That way, though, you know what I mean?
They try to do that. Well, honestly, in my personal opinion, I believe that a lot of people try to spin it that way because it's the West. Because I've seen battlers from the East that have that same exact problem, and they don't get near the type of criticism for it, or they don't get it spun the way that they tried to spin it on Dre. So I really feel like bias may play a part in that, because I think we've already seen his resume and his work speaks for itself, that he always, is ready for that. So
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you. We have this upcoming LA Battlegroundz card here in April. We got the OGs versus the BG. How you feeling about this event? What are your battles that you're most looking forward to right now?
I'm not sure everything that's on the card. I know they got. And this ain't really like OG versus BG battle, but they got Geechee versus boy Link. Both, you know what I mean, 2 hitters from out here on the West. I think that's going to be dope. Of course, I'm riding with the squad, Mafia and T all day, you know what I mean? I'm going with Geechee. I know what he got in store, but not taking nothing away from Link. Link don't have some shit. I'm already knowing that, and I know he's not sleeping on Geechee. So I'm looking forward to that fight. I believe it's Saint versus Yak. That's going to be interesting because they both semi in their bag right now. Like I say, Saint just had his best showing, in my opinion. Yak just had his best showing. You know what I mean? Everybody know Yak leveled up for that bunker battle. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, of course, on paper it looks like Yak is going to win because he's more experienced and all of that, and, you know what I mean, he's steady progressing.
back and forth between those two in the groups has been hilarious.
Yeah, I ain't been able to tap in too much in there. I've been making moves with this music side of things too, so I've been missing the trolling and the conversations and all of that. I got to get in there and, you know what I mean, catch up.
Yeah. I think what we got right here, we have Strick and Young Cannon.
Okay, so that's gonna be dope, and I'm happy for Strick. He deserved that look. You know what I mean? He's been putting in consistent work. I feel like Young Cannon is gonna have a problem with Strick at LA Battlegrounds. Now, if it was somewhere else, it might be a little different, but that's Strick's crowd, and he knows how to cater to his crowd. Not taking away from nothing away from YK, because YK does this stuff. I got to see YK live not too long ago, twice, and YK don't disappoint. When he step out, you can tell it's not just for a check. He's gonna give you that.
Hello?
Yo.
Yo?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ron, you still on the line?
It sounds like he cut out.
Hold up.
When that car going down? What month is that?
April. I think it's going down the week after Gnome 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, his call just dropped. I'm gonna try to get him back on, but yeah, man, we gonna have to talk too, man, because that little conversation we was having about the whole performance and all that, man, we gotta get back into that too. But all right,
yeah,
hold on,
man,
I got him back on. Hold on, 1 second.
Okay.
Yo, Ron, you there?
What? I got it, man.
All good.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, it's a little shaky.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes, I know before my phone, like we was talking about the G's versus BGs. What else is on that card?
They have, one battle that is going to be pretty interesting with the angles is going to be that Remedy versus Fly King.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm more familiar with Fly King's work than Remedy. I'm going to go back before I predict, you know what I mean, and really catch up on all the Remedy shit, but that's probably going to be a dope battle, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have a strong mind frame and some good angles and all of that in store when you step in front of Fly King. Because we all know, you know what I mean, that's not the easiest person to stand in front of. You don't know exactly what you're going to get from him.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. Let's see, who else we have on here? We got Freddie D. He's making his debut on LA Battlegrounds, and he's going against Boney Be Crazy.
You said going against who?
Boney Be Crazy. He's going against Freddie D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be another one of those.
I'm going to predict Boney Be Crazy for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll ride with Boney on this one.
Yeah, they have, what's this one out here? We got Ratchet versus Elo Stack.
I'm going to go with the boy Ratchet. Ratchet is dope. I feel like Ratchet is going to be, this probably fuck around and be his year, where you might see him with a bunker card or, you know what I mean, a PG card. I feel like he showed a lot of promise ever since his first couple CDF battles. And I finally got to see him live at the Cali
think with this other one. We got Dopey versus Element.
This is gonna be a good battle. That's probably like one of the battles I'm most excited about seeing. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because both of these dudes are entertainers, and both of them have a very nice pen. You know what I mean? And don't necessarily get all recognition he deserves. So, you know what I mean? If he could get through Element, that's gonna be real good for his resume. You know what I mean? But like I say, that's gonna be a dope battle. You know what I mean? We got two dudes that will bar and will joke. That should be very entertaining. I'm not even gonna call a winner on that. I got the crowd. You know what I mean? 3-0 or strong 2-1 on that.
Okay. We got.
Hey, Ron.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, Ron.
Yes,
hey, Ron. Who you got up next, man? You got anything locked in, man, yet?
Yeah, actually, I got Griffin from Shots Fired San Diego. I got him at the next Riot card, King of the Riot 2 on the 18th of February. And then after that, I got Young Pop at the Ahab Bar Fest, the third annual Bar Fest. Rest in peace, Bizzle. It's murder on my mom and all that. We're going to go out there and put on for Bizzle. But yeah, I got Young Pop at that event in March.
That's what's up.
Okay.
You got
I'm looking forward to seeing those.
Dudes, you know what I mean? They got crazy too. Yeah, they should be some dope battles. I respect both of them. You know what I mean? This year, I'm really trying to keep people that's going to push me to step my shit up a lot. You know what I mean? So these will be competitive battles.
Now, are you looking to touch other stages other than King of the Dot and AHAT and them other, what was that? The Riot?
Yeah, most definitely. I wanna go back east and down south. You know what I mean? To touch some of them leagues, I definitely got to touch Live on the Block. Shout out to Live. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't up on Live from the Block, y'all need to check their channel. They got some dope hitters over there. You know what I mean? They even got a couple people. You know what I mean? Like DT, for instance, that started out here. He out there in Texas doing this thing. He rock with the Block, but. Yeah, I definitely want to touch Live from the Block out in Texas this year. I want to make my way down south, and you know what I mean, the east. I would like to see. I haven't really seen no news on no Black Ice Cartel shit coming up, but I really want to touch a Black Ice Cartel card. You know what I mean? We go hard, guerrilla warfare. Of course, I got to go see one of them PG class niggas in New York. That's the goal for this year, I guess.
Now. This is Nico. I know Nico is a West Coaster. Okay, I'm from the Midwest, but I love West Coast. Okay, so
what part of the Midwest you are?
I'm from Kansas City, man.
Kansas
City, Missouri, the Missouri side. So all we want is from you new uppercomer West Coast battlers to stake your claim and move on these East Coast niggas that are just looking down at y'all like y'all ain't nothing, man. This is what we need from y'all, man.
Right.
Y'all need to go over there and state your claim. Just like Rum Nitty over there stating his claim right now, we need more West Coast over there. The East Coast, being on the East Coast, they getting too lazy because they're from the East Coast. That means they're hip hop. That's not even real fact.
Yeah. You ain't lying, bro. And that you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna put that in mind and hold on to that bit of knowledge, you know what I mean? Like it's always good when somebody reassures what you think, you know what I mean?
Yep. You need to study them niggas. All your East Coast opponents, study them motherfuckers and kill them. 3-0. No debatables, man.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I've been really talking to myself about. Early on in my career, I would really, you know what I mean, like, go for that 30 every single time. And it was like, I caught a bad body, best performance of my career at that point, you feel me? And that battle got no views. And I'm like, well, damn, like, shape and putting somebody else and making the battle closer just so they could, circulate well and get talked about more. So I'm sorry that I spent a few battles doing that just for that. You know what I mean? It's back to getting to this 30 season. So I hear you loud and clear, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch my battle with my boy from VA. On the A-Hat Next channel. It's crazy. On the next channel, but y'all go check that out. My boy Ill Lyric, man. Yeah, I really studied him. He's from Virginia. He do a lot of battling in New York, and you know what I mean, in the whole tri-state area right there and all of that. So, he has this eastern feel to him on top of the southern.
That's when you had the blue flag on your face, right?
I had to bust out the down. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I got a late 30 on the battle because I did my homework, you know what I mean?
And there's nothing wrong with doing homework, man. You gotta do your homework to pass the test out here, man.
Yeah, that's essential, man. That's an essential part of it. I want to ask you a question, man, because I asked Geechee about this, and it was based upon what happened in the third round with Cortez taking shots at B-Dot when he tried to go personal and he got reckless mentioning a rival hood, to B-Dots. And, for me, I'm born and raised out here in the West Coast. I'm from Sacramento. So gang culture and all the politics and everything that happens is very prevalent out here. This was one of the only places here in Northern California that really had gangs like that, because the Bay Area didn't do that. So for me, when I seen him make that comment, I was like, oh, this shit about to go left. That's a wrap. And, B-Dot had a level head to kind of, calm that situation down. But I wanted to ask you, what is your opinion on personals in battles? Do you like them, or are you somebody who is like, nah, if you say something personal, that's the end of the battle?
All right, so I'll put it like this. I like personals a lot. That's one of the things I reach in my bag and go for a lot of the time. But I try not to take it too far, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a limit. Everything should be done in moderation. So, for instance, I'll talk about, you feel me, especially the MC himself. If it's something you didn't put out on the internet that can be exposed to and be able to touch on, that's your fault. You feel me? Now, if it's your child, you know what I mean? I may mention your kid there, but I'm never going to say your kid's name. I'm never going to spend too much time talking about nobody's kid either. You feel me? Your mom, all of them, they cool, you feel me? But kids and people that hadn't passed away, that's off limits to me, you know what I mean? And then certain shit, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I could use that, but it's like, I don't need to use that. Like, I feel like us as MCs should use discretion, you know what I mean, on a case-by-case basis. Like, for instance, I had a battle with, you know what I mean, a dude that I consider a homie, you feel me? And I went very personal, but it was stuff that he had all laid out for me to use on Facebook. So I didn't feel too bad about that until I saw the way it affected him, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't have to mention all of that, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like I say, I feel like the only thing that's truly off limits is, like, your children and people that passed away. But, like, I also feel like if you battling a disease, I feel like we shouldn't put no negative energy onto that and be like, that's why I'm going to kill before cancer does or some shit like that. You feel me? That's doing too much.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm one who I feel like this. I feel if you bring a personal to the battle and you haven't already talked to the other battler about it and asked, what's good to say and what's not good to say, then you need to be ready for what happens after that, because especially with people coming out here to the West, nobody from other parts of the country, except for maybe like the Midwest, because I understand that a lot of the gang culture there goes by the same rules and politics as out here. But most of the country is only in like their second generation of gangbanging, if that. We're almost in our fourth. So a lot of the stuff that they're doing now in other parts of the country, like we're already, like, we've been there, done that. So it's like things are a little bit different here. When people be mentioning things in their rounds, to me it's like, okay, you should know better, or you should at least, like we said, do your homework to know, because mentioning something like that, because like I talked to Geechee and, I'm like, man, I could just picture if somebody says something reckless to him in a battle, a personal, or talking, reckless about his gang, that, because it's not even just the battler you have to worry about. Because say he's composed, but his partners is like, nah, you didn't say something past the battle. We on your line. And that's what my main, thing is about West Coast battle rap is why we never were able to really build until the last few years. Because people are like, battle rap, like, man, if you say something about this or you call me a bitch in a battle, battle's over. And it's like, nah, it's just the art form. And I think that now slowly we're starting to get to a place where it's being understood, where it's like, okay, we can come and do this, put, our skill out here and really start competing against these other people like in the East Coast, the South, Midwest, other places, and really make a name for ourselves.
Yeah. And I definitely agree. I feel like anytime you go in there with a personal, you gotta, you feel me, as a man or a lady, because we got ladies out here doing it too, you know what I mean? You got to be prepared to stand on whatever you said, you know what I mean? And like you say, like, even if the MC, the artist himself is able to separate, you know what I mean, the art form from reality, like a lot of people, you feel me, that come out to these events to support these rappers, they're not part of the culture. They're there to support one person. They're not part of the culture. They don't understand. Like we had a couple issues when the squad first started battle rapping, where we bring in people with us, you feel me, to support, but they don't understand how to separate. And you know what I mean? Things may have occurred that, you know what I mean, it wasn't the best.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I think he dropped.
Okay, hold on.
Sound like he faded off.
Yeah, but yeah, you remember we had that conversation about personals and all that. It's just it kind of varies by the person and the people who are around, because there are level-headed people who are like, hey, it's just a battle. You can say whatever you want to. Just make sure it's only in the battle. And then there's other people who are like, nah, I'm not going to allow you at all to say anything like that. If you say that, it's a rap. You know what I mean? And I feel like, especially with battle rap, because on the East Coast, they were like, well, no, it's just battle rap. And other parts of the country are like, I don't give a fuck if it's battle rap. I don't care if it's a song. You mention something reckless, and I'm on your line. You know what I'm saying? So I feel.
Go ahead. I'm up and down with personals, man. Like the personals, like, I don't really mind if it's like Ron said, man. If it's on the net or some shit like that, then it's all good. It's out there. I know it's out there. We're gonna get that. But when it comes down to you gonna put dick in my daughter's mouth or slap her in the head with that you'll get slapped. You know what I mean? Even gangbanging culture, when we went to war, no kids, no women. Everything else is everything is off limits. I mean, not everything is off limits. Just them two are off limits. Everything is up in the air. Let's get it.
And another thing on why people don't really understand what like the politics behind it is because they don't understand why it started in the first place. Like out here in California, the first gangs that were ever out here were white racist gangs, like the Spook Hunters. And they were causing havoc against us. So after the Panthers were killed off, the youth were like, hold on, we need to go ahead, group up, go ahead and protect ourselves against these other gangs. And then they started Crips, then you had the Bloods. But that was the initial structure, was that. It wasn't until people started getting that hunger and that thirst for power and trying to make moves where they was like, nah, I don't care about that. I'm going to do what I want. That shit went left. And a lot of these other places in the country do not have that original structure where they understand what it was about. It was really about community. It was really about protecting yourself. It had nothing to do with what people try to make it today. And I feel like a lot of the people who are older, who have been there, especially from out here, they understand that. So they don't let shit go left or get out of hand like that. You know what I mean? So it's a very interesting situation, man. Like if you've been born and raised out here and you grew up in it, you understand it. But it's like talking to somebody from another country who doesn't understand your language when you try to explain it to some people around the country because they don't get it. They just feel, well, I could put a rag on and flame up or, throw on all blue and just go out here and I'm cool. And it's like, no. Like cats out here where I'm at, they don't even be doing that shit anymore because you have all these laws now where it's like all in laws. You caught out here wearing all red and you kicking it with a dude, you going with him. Dudes ain't doing that shit.
That's true. That's facts. Because I'm going to tell you a little quick story. I lived in San Diego. I live like 2 blocks from the Four Corners of Death. The reason why they call it Four Corners of Death, one side was Crips, other side was Blood. Shootouts all the time. Okay? My ass goes to the liquor store with 2 Blood dudes that I knew, and I had on this big blue coat. Go in there, not even worried about it, not even tripping about it. I didn't even think about it. Went in, came back out. They had them niggas hemmed up out the car. The one big homie was like, "What's up, Blood? Why you in this motherfucker? Why you out here with all that blue on, Blood?" I'm like, man, on the real, I'm not even from here. I'm from Kansas City. But since you have a problem, we can handle it. You know what I mean? They just chastising them niggas, man. And I was just like, man, you know what? If you're not going to swing, then you need to get the fuck out my mouth. Nothing happened. I went back to the crib, got my pistol, and it goes down like that.
It's very easy to have something like that. That's why, I wanted to ask Ron about that because Ron, you in the battle rap world, so it's like, you understand the battle rap politics of it, but then you also understand the real life part of it, where it's like, okay, you need to watch what, like how I grew up was, you only say, you mean what you say and say what you mean. Like there is no in between with that.
Right.
And a lot of times in battle rap, that's not the case. A lot of people just say something reckless for shock value, and it's like, okay, you're gonna entertain the crowd, and then when we get outside, I'm about to entertain you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different. A lot of people don't get it. But yeah, I commend you, brothers, for what y'all doing, like man.
Well, honey, it's like a lot of the time when you get a real street dude in there, you know what I mean, that's actually made it to where he can step outside of that and do entertainment and do art, you know what I mean? It's like you understand the mind frame that everything ain't worth it, you know what I mean? If you're going to go down off something real, something that matter, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not going to let this square dude pull me out my element because he talking out the side of his neck on something he's not educated about. You feel me? I might pull him to the side later on and have a conversation with him. But you know what I mean? It's not worth turning up. You know what I mean? That shows that maybe you're ignorant also if you're going to turn up off of every little ignorant thing that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
So, man, it's all about just growth and progression.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
I'm happy that the West Coast is going. Like, y'all, you don't understand how it's always been the East Coast and, the Midwest, and I'm part of the Midwest, so I was still in battle rap. But, man, I really want to see, I like that straightforward, grimy, talk in your face, I'm going to do this to you, do that to you. I like that gangbang shit in it, but there's a fine line where you know how to shut that shit down. And I know for West Coast battlers, I want to see that. I want to see that element transferred to the East Coast and see how them niggas react.
Yeah, easy real talk. It's gonna be interesting when they got to start seeing us.
Hey, I was
because
just
it's only so wrong they can keep trying to set us up against each other. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was just about to say that because I was going to ask you, Ron, because I've been bringing this point up to everybody I've been talking to. I made a post in, these groups, these little East Coast groups and whatnot. I was like, hey, you took the top 5 from the West right now. You put them against any 5 anywhere else, we're watching y'all. Like, it's not going to be close. And a lot of people, oh, y'all tripping. Y'all just think the West is all dope. I'm like, no. If you take the top 5 people in the West on their A game, I don't see anybody fucking with us. I don't, personally.
Right.
So, I was going to ask you, like, if you had a 5 that you had to pick from the West Coast, who are you picking as your 5 to go against anyone else's 5?
Okay. we gonna go with, you know what I mean? You gotta have like your Dre Vicious's, your Geechee Gotti, your B Dot. We got people that, you know what I mean, might be even a little under the radar to certain circles and all of that. You take Young Grizz on his A game, it's hard to beat a Young Grizz at his best. You know what I mean? A K Philosophy out of San Diego. Like, them 5 dudes, you know what I mean? Even taking myself out of it, you know what I mean? Them 5 dudes right there, I got faith that they'll 30 somebody if they putting all their effort into it. Like anybody over there.
Yeah, Grizz is very underrated.
Right.
I don't know. A lot of people probably haven't, they don't really pay attention to a lot of battles out here, but battles that I would tell y'all to go pay attention against. Go watch that Geechee versus Young Grizz. Like, that was a nice little battle right there. That was a good little battle right there. You know what I'm saying? But my 5 that I had, and it was only because, one, because of the name, but then also, okay, they have the game to go with it. It was B-Dot, Geechee, Dre, Danny, and then I had Daylight. If he was a serious A-game Daylight, he wasn't on no antic shit. It was just 100% serious,
right,
and he's going for the kill. That was the 5 I had.
Yeah, I can't even disagree with the 5. I rock with that 5 too.
But I can't disagree with the 5 that you put out there because I know both of the brothers that you just said. They're fucking fire. And they will cook somebody if somebody went over there thinking that because they don't have a name, they won't, put in work. They are fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, so
but
that
I've been
just
seeing
shows,
it so much in these groups, man. A lot of people
crazy, but
think,
that's funny,
they just
you know what I mean?
that
That
everybody from the East and, they just, oh, man, y'all ain't winning nothing. Y'all ain't even beating. Like, I had people really trying to tell me that Cortez beat B-Dot, and I'm like, y'all got to be biased to shit. There ain't no way in my opinion, he didn't win a round. But if y'all want to give him the first to be nice, cool. But there's no way he won that battle at all. But,
right.
That's just how they are. They're going to defend they do to the end. Which I'm not going to knock you, but at the end of the day, we got to come to some kind of reality where it's like, nah, I know he lost.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? We'll keep it real out here. Like, you know what I mean? We going to, like, even if you watch a battle with me or Geechee or L.I. the Mayor, like, if somebody is cooking, if they really heating up on the homie, we're going to react. We're not going to act like he not cooking. You feel me? Because we got faith that the homie going to come back in his next round and cook. So we not ever finish it, you know what I mean? And if one of our top dudes take a loss somewhere on the road, we don't ever try to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, no, y'all tripping. He 30 them. Like, they be doing outrageous stuff. Like, nah, he 30 them. Like, come on, bro. It was debatable at best.
Yeah, that'd be some crazy. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, with that top 5 East-West, where we're going to have it at? Because
I would say
it makes sense for it to be in the Midwest.
The East wouldn't go to the West because they think they don't want to travel, but the West Coast crowd will let them get their shit off. But if you go the West Coast, go to the East Coast, them niggas gonna boo you off top.
Either boo or give no reaction at all, which I know a lot of people say crowd reaction doesn't really matter, but let's be real, it does matter because that throws off your energy when you think the crowd's not fucking with you. We've seen plenty of battlers who we know are fucking crazy.
Footage.
Yeah, like it just looks different. You know what I'm saying? It's like my example I always go to is like the Tay-Rock versus DNA. Like DNA was saying some shit and he was getting zero reaction, and on camera it just looks like he's just getting killed. But bar-wise, he was not getting killed. But it's just the appearance on how it looked and how it sounded. So, but to answer your question about the location for the 5-on-5. The most unbiased place to have it will be the West Coast. Now, it makes sense to have it in the Midwest. My only thing is that the Midwest has been trying to be like the East Coast, not in battle rap terms. They've been chasing the East Coast for years. And even though they want their own identity, if they had a card where the East Coast is coming to them versus the West, that would be kind of split because you're going to have people that's going to really want to big up the East and shit on the West and others who are going to want to big up the West and shit on the East. So I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to put that. Like I would almost say the South to be real, because the South is kind of like, oh, we'll just take any. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be another kind of unbiased place, but it's kind of hard to call that because that's a card right there that would have major You know what I'm saying? That would be an impactful type of card right there. If you ever pulled that off, that's impact right there. Because that could shift a lot of shit in battle rap where it's like, okay, we got to start paying attention to this other coast now.
Yeah, and ideally it would be great to have it on the West because, see, the West crowd, though, is fans of the culture. Like, it's not like the people out here that really move in the culture, it's not like they only support West Coast battle rap. Like, their favorite MCs, you ask somebody from the West, they top 5, more than likely it's going to be one person from the West and 4 from back East. So it would be unbiased, like.
That's a fact. Like, people, because one thing I've heard from the East Coast that they've said about the West Coast crowd is that, well, they cheer for everything. So if somebody says something whack, they'll cheer for it anyway. It's like, no, we'll cheer if it's dope. If it's not dope, we'll just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of it is just they don't, in their mind, because the West has never, we weren't around, we were around here, but we weren't around on the mainstream battle scene during Smack DVD, during the early inception of URL. Like, for most fans, they're only hearing about us now because of B-Dot and Danny Myers really getting into the last few years. When, in reality, we've been putting in work here for years, grinding, just trying to get some kind of, you know what I'm saying, you know, publicity, you know, or anything, just some out of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like cats out here is a lot hungrier than cats over there. Yeah, like, I just feel like cats out here is hungrier, man, because you got to work 5 times harder just to get seen. You know what I mean? Versus somebody from the East Coast, man, you could go to a league like We Go Hard, and you already getting on a league with 20,000 subscribers. Or Coliseum, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they support it out there. Out here, it's still building. But I feel like battles
it's like they born with a battle rap silver spoon out there. You feel me?
Yeah. And how I always describe it, and B-Dot said this too, and I 100% agree with him. When we were out here gang banging and turning up in like the 80s and all that, they was out there doing battle rap. Now, the roles are reversed, where now we're starting to try to get into the battle rap game tough, but they're trying to bang now tough. You know what I'm saying? And so how we're behind in the battle rap sense, they're behind in the gang culture sense. So I think eventually it will come a time where it's going to meet that, where we'll be able to have our own reputable, you know what I'm saying, respect out here. I just feel like we need to have more battles like the B-Dot versus Danny, where it just transcended everything, like coasts, regions, anything. Like, to me personally, that's the best battle that's ever took. Like, as far as substance, there's no battle I could think of that's better than that battle. As far as impact, I don't see another more impactful battle. Maybe the Lux versus Calico, just because his third round was so crazy, it shut battle rap down at that time.
Let's not, please don't mention Lux.
Hey, no, but no. Listen. I agree when it comes to Lux. I'm not particularly a Lux fan, but I have to give respect where it's due, because he had entertainers who never even spoke on battle rap talking about it, and it brought a different attention to it. That's the only reason why I mentioned his third round versus Cal. Outside of that, I would mention it. I believe that B-Dot versus Danny was more impactful because it brought an entire coast that was dormant to life, where cats is like, oh, shit, we got to pay attention to the West Coast now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel more battles like that will need to happen, where you'll have to have somebody from the West battle somebody from the East and have it be like a big battle. Like if Danny were to battle somebody with a big name in the East, and it'd be out here, and people could see that, and they're like, hold on, y'all ain't beating the West. You know what I'm saying? Get the energy driven, because in the East Coast, a battle rapper could go anywhere, and he's going to get recognized. Out here, he ain't getting recognized. You're just another dude out here. Even though you have a name within battle rap, it doesn't work like that in the real world out here, but it's different on the East.
Right.
You know what? This is what I was thinking about, and it bothered me. It was like, okay, when the East Coast, when battle rap started on the East Coast, right? Then the Midwest movement came through and tried to take them niggas out. They did not want that, right? So now that the South like started coming up, they bonded with them and want to be buddies with them and shit. I just don't understand that. Like, why is East Coast?
Yeah, that's real.
What's the difference between the Midwest and the down south? Is it because I put that together, then I put like East Coast hip hop. Now it's sounding like the South. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how that worked out. You know what I mean? Because
it's like they don't want
number one,
the threats. They know the South is a threat, so they have to befriend them. It's like everybody else, though.
You know what I mean? They so close to them. I mean, they see us as a threat, too. That's why they try to downplay us, but we not so close to them, so we not as big of a threat. Like, the South is their direct threat. That make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. I had an issue with that. That shit bothers me. I get bothered by a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, I think, honestly, man, I think now it's getting to a point, and I salute KOTD because I think they're going to be the ones to level the playing field. It's already obvious by the actions of URL. They don't really give a fuck about the West. That's why they call it URL West. It's like, why do you need to do that? KOTD don't call it KOTD West. They just call it KOTD, and we're at the bunker. They made a whole event specifically for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So by their own actions, it's like y'all don't even really give a fuck. So I think that KOTD with that bunker is really going to start waking people up. And once you start watching the bunker, and then you start getting these guys to go over to like the massacres events, like out in Boston, when people, you know, are able to go ahead and travel to Toronto, it's going to give a whole different visual to the West Coast. And so I think they'll be the ones to really, you know, pave that way as far as leagues, a bigger league to do that. But me personally, I believe what LA Battlegrounds is doing out here is like, that's like the greatest thing to happen for the West Coast as far as battle rap was LA Battlegrounds, because there's so many people out here who would rather be in the street doing something reckless, that because they homeboy or they homegirl is battling on a card, they gonna spend 3 or 4 hours there rather than going out there in the street and doing something reckless. It's giving dudes who would probably be out there doing reckless shit a chance to say, nah, you ain't got to go out there and do something reckless. We'll pay you to go ahead and put your art in front of the people. You know what I'm saying? So I think meaningful-wise, it's much more meaningful out here than it is there, just because a lot of times people will take it for granted over there on the East or somewhere else. Out here, this is life-changing for a lot of dudes. Because I know there's probably a lot of them dudes who, if they wasn't getting that little, you know, chunk of change from an LA Battlegrounds, an A-Hat, you know, the Riot, things like that, they'd probably be struggling. Or they'd probably be out there in the streets trying to make moves. And so I really do salute y'all who are really pushing the West Coast battle scene, you know, to the forefront, because y'all making a bigger impact than just who won the battle or, oh, he has a name with the battle rap. Like, y'all really are saving people's lives. There's a lot of reckless dudes out here who are starting to kind of mature on the fly more so now because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's real talk, man. And that's why I'm glad that y'all out here for the culture, because y'all be speaking on a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean, need to be spoke on, and really noticing and acknowledging a lot of stuff that's going on out here and really putting it in, you know what I mean, in the light so people can view it and understand what's going on out here.
Oh, definitely. Like I appreciate you, you know, and the others like Trash, B-Dot, EC, all y'all who come on here, you know, and supported me, because I literally started this like a week ago, man. I didn't expect any of this to be popping off at all. Like, I just knew you know, I just knew that I wanted something specifically for the West where not only could we have our voices and talent be heard, but it's specifically the West, where now you don't have to wait on Rap Grid to go to a URL event to go interview a Danny Myers. No. Everybody and anybody who is somebody in the West Coast battle scene, get on here. Let's talk that shit.
Right.
And get it out there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I salute all you guys and appreciate y'all for coming on and showing love and everything, man. It's one thing I can say about the West, man. If you're doing something that's positive and you're doing something that's real, people from the West will support that.
Yeah, easy call, you know what I mean? Like, it's all reciprocated out here. And you know what I mean? When y'all holler at them dudes from the East, tell them come out here, man. Tell them it's all love and all that.
Most definitely. Hold on. Let me ask you something real quick. If you had a hit list right now, like you guaranteed you could get these people to battle right now, like it's guaranteed you could get it, who would be your hit list right now?
Yeah, I was going to ask that earlier. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Let's see. Of course, I got to test my pen with Danny. You know what I mean? Like, who else? Man, let me see. Yeah, you know what I mean? Once I get my conditioning up, I got to see Danny someday. You know what I mean? Maybe late this year or something if we could put that together. But who else, man? I don't know. Like, I'm feeling like anybody could get it right now, and I'm kind of just taking what, you know what I mean, was being put in front of me, and I feel like I've showcased enough talent to where they putting dope people in front of me. So a lot of people that was on my hit list, you know what I mean, I've already been through that already. So right now I'm just feeling like anybody could get it, man. I take one of them new dudes from the PG class out there, you know, your rider or somebody, you know what I mean. But it really don't even matter right now. I'm just in this bag right now to where anybody could get this work.
I heard anybody get this work. I heard that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, because Danny, you already know guaranteed. He's coming with 3 rounds of fire. He's not going to bullshit. And that's one thing I say about dudes like Danny. JC is another one, too. They never bullshit the fans. Like, you come in there to see them perform, they're giving you 3 rounds of fire. They're not even going to cheat the person they're battling. They're going to come with it. So I think versus Danny, that would be a fire battle. I don't know. You saying the PGs, man. I don't really think a lot of them PGs could mess with you, though, to be real. Like,
that's why I would
it's very
like to take them to
oversaturated
show,
over there.
Right, and that's why I would like to take them to show, like, they not nothing special. You know what I mean? We got RPG class on the West is way better. Way better.
If you beat one PG on the East Coast, you beat them all because they pretty much all sound the same.
I mean, the only PGs that I really like right now, like the only one I like right now really is New Jersey Twerk, because he's the only one who really seems like an all original dude. Like, it's not, his style is very original, so that jumps out to me immediately. But most of them, it's like either you're bar heavy, which everybody is bar heavy, or you're doing something that somebody else is doing. Nobody really stands out too much to me. No disrespect to them, because I think a lot of them are fire because they have bars and they got fire bars, but the originality of the game is gone because everybody just watches each other and tries to do what they do instead of just figuring it out on the fly. Like back in the day, you go on the corner, you see your homies over there, let's go ahead and battle in this circle real quick. Okay, you're going to learn through trial and error. Nowadays, I'm just going to turn on some battles. We're going to go ahead and watch what Lux or Mook done did, and I'm going to mimic what they did. Or Hitman just had a crazy remix. Oh, shit, I got to do something like that in my battle. You know what I'm saying? And it's watering down the originality in the game. And out here on the West, you can tell it's an all-original thing. It's way different here.
Because Geechee don't sound nothing like B-Dot. You know what I mean? B-Dot don't sound nothing like Danny. Danny don't sound nothing like Day. You know what I mean? You hear certain things resonate that we all do, you know what I mean? Just being West Coast dudes, Cali dudes, it's certain things that's going to resonate within all of them where, you know what I mean, that's just something cultural and common. But as far as their styles, don't none of these men sound the same. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Like, and one thing that I'm really I'm glad has really happened in the last few years is the West Coast feel is back as far as battle rap. Like Danny and Daylight put on, even somebody like Disaster. Like they're from here and they put on, and they're legends in the game. I could never take anything like that away from them. But when you listen to them, they don't sound like a West Coast battle, like somebody from the West Coast. They just sound like somebody who's from the West Coast who can battle. When you listen to B-Dot and Geechee, that is an authentic West Coast feel where you like, ooh, I feel that because it's different. And that's what, like, I be telling people, like, even if you're not a, like, gang banging or doing it, or you street dude like that, be yourself. Because that originality is what's going to make you stand out. It's not going to be the bars because everybody has bars. Everybody has bars. You can turn on a battle right now with two people who just first battle ever. They got bars, but it's a difference in substance and originality. And I feel like Geechee and B-Dot, they're bringing that, you know, to the culture right now. Even somebody like yourself, yeah, I mean, y'all doing it right now. And I feel like you guys are going to be that wave that takes this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like Dre Bish is like another one. Like y'all going to bring that wave of battle rap here where in the future it's going to flourish out here.
I agree, bro, because I watch some of the dudes that started a class or two before our squad, you know what I mean? And it's like they didn't progress how we progressing. Like, you know what I mean? That's coming from a humble place. Like, it's still crazy to me that me and Geechee both made the PGs and the bunker battles in a year, you know what I mean, in that kind of time frame, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't happening like that 3-4 years ago. You know what I mean? People like, and they was getting views and all of that, but their impact wasn't resonating the way that our class is doing. So I agree with that. I see, like, I feel the energy and I see where the wave is going. You know what I mean? And you can really just feel it in the air, like it's growing out here. Like, I don't know if you had a chance to come out to the Traffic 2 event, but, you know what I mean, just the energy and the wave, you could see, like, where the polarizing is shifting, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll definitely be there in April for the LA Battlegroundz card, because I definitely want to get out there with the people, man, and you know, see something, because the card I was mad I couldn't be at was the one that had Danny and B-Dot. And I already knew that battle was going to be crazy. I didn't know it could be that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because that transcended a lot of barriers, man, without a rap, just personal lives, lifestyle, culture. Like the conversation that they were having, that was...
Hey, yo.
Right. I think the only dudes that... Okay, well, let me say this real. I think the only ones that knew it was going to have that much impact was, like, Alcatraz and Woods. You know what I mean? I don't think Danny or B-Dot or nobody else thought it was going to do what it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, 'cause that right there is, like, that's almost like how, now I don't want to compare it to the East, but how, like, Math versus Rex, when they battled, that's what URL built their foundation on. Because URL took off after that battle. Or even you go back to Smack BBD and you watch some of the battles Mook had, like Mook versus Lux or Mook versus Mills, stuff like that. There's certain battles where it happens and it just launches you into a whole different era of battle rapping. So I really believe that that's what's going to happen as far as the West Coast is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man, I just want to say once again, man, I appreciate you coming through, man, and, you know, supporting us, man, and, you know, giving us this time, man. I greatly appreciate you for doing that. You know, I'll give you these last few minutes here to, you know, plug, like, any music or upcoming events or battles that you have. Let you go ahead and give any shout-outs that you may have. I'll let these last few minutes be all you.
All right, 100, man. Yeah, it's all love. Anytime y'all need me or anybody from the team, man, we rocking with y'all. Y'all call in, you know what I mean? We got y'all. I want to shout out, of course, the Riot OC, the Riot LA, Goonie Entertainment, Mafia Entertainment. I want y'all to go out and visit our clothing line, Mafia Clothing Collection, .bigcartel.com. We got some new pieces on there. Shout out to homies from Death Certificate, Crack City, that whole movement, man. My battle should be dropping any minute. That took place at the Pangea event at Shots Fired out in Oceanside. You know what I mean? They up out of San Diego, but the event was in Oceanside. That's supposed to be dropping today. That should be dropping any minute. It might have messed around and dropped while we've been, you know what I mean, chopping it up. So y'all check out Shots Fired Rap or Ron Compton on Facebook. To, you know what I mean, see the link for that battle and all that. That was a dope event. Myself and Requiem. This Friday, visit Mafia Bank Boy TV on YouTube. New single dropping featuring myself and Young Thriller out the squad. fire video. The song is entitled Jump Off. Y'all can go on the channel now and listen to the audio video. It'll be out ASAP.
Oh, yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you coming on, and we definitely going to get you back up here, man. Probably try to get you back up here closer to the event so we can kind of break that down, you know what I'm saying, get all the predictions in and whatnot.
Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, Ron.
All right, fam. Appreciate you coming on with us, man.
All right, bro. I'll get with y'all in a minute. Yep, I'll talk.